Luigi's Mansion is one of the best Nintendo game series to ever be released. The survival horror aspect spun into an action game makes it so addicting and an absolute blast. This great series has been included in other Nintendo titles, such as spin-offs, sports titles, Mario Kart, and today we will be going over every single one and ranking them in the most original way possible, a tier list. Let's get into it, starting with the first game to include Luigi's Mansion. Melee! All we get in Melee is one trophy, Vacuum Luigi. This is just Luigi's model ripped straight from Luigi's Mansion. Melee's development was very crunched, so it's understandable that a trophy is the only representation of Luigi's Mansion. Melee came out about a month after Luigi's Mansion, so it's nice that there is at least something to represent it. However, just being a simple trophy, I can't put it any higher than D.
Welcome to Mario Kart!
In Luigi's Circuit in the Mushroom Cup, the A-ranked mansion can actually be seen in the background of the track. This is definitely one of the most interesting Easter eggs because it raises questions about the canonical ending. In the intro to Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, we can see Luigi's house, which looks a lot more like the D-ranked mansion than the A-ranked mansion. So why is this A-ranked mansion here in the first place? Did Luigi sell his A-ranked mansion and build a D-rank one? Moving on to battle mode, there's also a Luigi's Mansion stage included there. It's okay, nothing too special. It's very faithful to the original Luigi's Mansion game and the looks. This stage is also pretty small and really tight in the corridors. In the ballroom, there are paintings of Bowser, Mr. Lugs, Madame Clairvoyance, Chauncey, and Boolossus. These are all taken directly from Luigi's Mansion. However, it doesn't make sense canonically because you're only able to make one portrait from the captured spirit. Perhaps they're replicas. This battle stage was remade for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It is so much larger to allow for more players. However, one thing that gets on my nerves is the visual overhaul. It loses that original charm and makes the stage feel like it isn't haunted at all. I do think it looks good, it just doesn't capture that Luigi's Mansion look. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Double Dash overall gets a C.
Welcome to Mario Tennis! Woohoo!
Now this is one game I never played before, but I was really surprised with how much Luigi's Mansion content there is inside. Starting off, there's the Luigi's Mansion Court. It features common ghosts from the original game. They seem to not do anything except be a visual hindrance, except for the garbage ghosts, which are the only ones that can mess with the player. They throw bananas that you can slip on, just like in the original game. As for the court's visuals, it's absolutely beautiful and very faithful to the original. The giant moon and trees really give it a nice and serene look. Luigi also has a defensive super move that's also so sick. He uses the poltergust to spin a tennis racket and hits the ball. This has to be one of the hardest super moves I've ever seen. However, his offensive super move is not anything related to Luigi's Mansion. It's probably Mario Party. There's also a bonus minigame. I'm not very good at this game, so I didn't get very far, but the ghosts pop out of the paintings and give you more points if you're able to hit them. I didn't know how to aim the ball to hit them. If the ghosts on the court get close to you, they also rumble your controller like crazy. This mode is okay, but I don't see many people playing it for more than 10 minutes. Mario Power Tennis for the GameCube gets an S in terms of representation. There's a lot of really awesome stuff in this game.
Here we go!
Alright, time to get to the best Mario Kart game ever. The first big representation of the Luigi's Mansion series is Luigi's main kart, the Poltergust 4000. The Poltergust 3000 is used in the original game. Wait, so let me get this straight. The first model of the Poltergust is a simple vacuum cleaner, but the second model is an entire car? What kind of tech genius is EGAD? Luigi's Circuit from Double Dash also makes a return, and still features that A-ranked mansion in the background. Now for the biggest inclusion, there's an entire track based on Luigi's Mansion. This is definitely one of my favorite tracks in the entire Mario Kart series. The DS version has paintings all around from the game, including Chauncey, Boolossus, Bowser, and Madame Clairvoyance. With the exception of Mr. Lugs, these are all the same paintings featured in the battle stage of Double Dash. I'm guessing they simply reused those paintings to save on time. As for the layout of the track, it goes from the foyer, into the dining room, and then outside through a tunnel. The tunnel's similar to the basement that leads to the final King Boo fight. It's a cool way to show off some of the areas of the game. Now, one very strange part about this track is the moving trees in the outside section. These trees are not in the Luigi's Mansion game and are never featured in any other Mario game ever, only this track and its remakes. It's very interesting to see an original addition to the Luigi's Mansion series in a spin-off game like this, and it fits in very well. As for the remakes of this track, Mario Kart 7 brings back this beloved track with a new coat of paint and some new additions. First of all, the paintings have been changed to various booths that bulge out of the canvas, attempting to scare the player. The building has also been given a makeover to look more like Dark Moon. 2 new shortcuts have been added outside, a gliding ramp that goes over a new crack in the wall, and a second round ramp in the mud area. These shortcuts feel pretty forced. The course didn't need these shortcuts and they don't add much. Also, Mario Kart 7 removed the Poltergust 4000 cart, so it can't go any higher than C for Mario Kart 7. The remake just doesn't capture the spirit of the original. As for Mario Kart DS, it's an easy S tier. The Luigi's Mansion track is one of my favorite tracks in the Mario Kart series, and it's so cool to be able to drive through this mansion in a race. Luigi's kart is also super cool. Now, another DS game, Mario Hoops 3-on-3. The only thing this game features is a Luigi's Mansion basketball court. It's inside the original mansion, so it must have some pretty high ceilings if you're able to play basketball inside. But the court simply doesn't do much. The ghosts don't interact with the players, and there's not much of a unique gimmick to the court. It's still really cool to have in the game. The court theme is good and gives an original track, and it contains new melodies not featured in Luigi's Mansion. It's really interesting to see a unique take on music for Luigi's Mansion. The rest of this game's soundtrack is also amazing. As for the tier list, it has to get a C. Super Smash Bros. Brawl finally brings Luigi's Mansion as a stage into the series. The stage is split up into 5 different areas to represent the various rooms in the Luigi's Mansion. There are the foyer, the study, the nursery, the ballroom, and the kitchen. They feature important parts of each of the rooms, but they're scaled down to fit the size of the stage. The support pillars on the left and the right are also able to be destroyed, which crumbles that corner of the stage. When crumbling, boos escape into the air, showcasing that boos inhabit the mansion. While you're able to attack the lower pillars, the mansion will not crumble because of this. Only the top pillars will cause destruction. This stage is a blast to fight on. It's always fun to crumble the stage, and the floating platforms on the sides add a nice variety to the stage. However, I do wish it crumbled a little differently, because once it's crumbled, it's just a flat stage, which is pretty boring. But overall, I love this stage. I love its design, and I think it's really fun to play on. Luigi's Final Smash is actually not related to Luigi's Mansion at all. Instead, it is an avant-garde manifestation of depression he feels from being overshadowed by Mario. The move is called Negative Zone, which harnesses the negative energy into a zone that inflicts strange effects. Is Luigi a special grade sorcerer?
領域展開
Maybe that's how he's able to win, by doing absolutely nothing all the time. Anyways, this Final Smash was always so strange. Why would Sakurai give Luigi a domain expansion instead of simply using the Poltergust or something related to Luigi's Mansion? Kinda a missed opportunity to represent Luigi's Mansion, but an amazing way to build the character of Luigi. I do kinda miss the Negative Zone's Final Smash. There's also a trophy of the Poltergust 3000. How interesting. As well as a trophy that shows the full mansion and one of the ghosts from the original game. A new addition of Brawl was stickers, and there's one with Luigi and his Poltergust. It's pretty small and very crispy. Overall, Brawl gets a C for Luigi's Mansion representation. Can you believe the last Mario baseball game was almost 17 years ago? Nintendo really needs to make a new entry. Anyways, this game features a Luigi's Mansion baseball field. The field is only playable at night, which goes along with the fact that the haunted mansion can only be accessed at night. As for the gimmick, coming close to the gravestones makes a ghost appear that attacks the outfielder. The grass in the outfield is also pretty thick, which makes the ball barely visible. This field is alright, but I prefer the gimmicks of the other stages way more. There's also a mini game called Bean the Ghost. The objective is to hit the ghost of your corresponding color to get the most points. You can hit the other ghosts, but you get a bonus for hitting the ghost of your color. The orange ghosts are able to be hit by everyone. It's a reaction-based game. I could see this being very fun and competitive with friends, similar to a Mario Party minigame. But you'll most likely be spending most of your time playing the actual game. Luigi's super moves are also very disappointing. Instead of giving him something related to Luigi's Mansion, he just has a tornado ability, which doesn't make any sense. Unless that has something to do with the suction of the poltergust, or I don't know. Overall, this game gets a B. Mario Sports Mix is almost an enhanced or remastered version of Mario Hoops 3-on-3, with more sports, more stages, more characters, and special moves. Starting off with basketball, the ghosts on this court have a much bigger gameplay impact than in the DS version. When the court gets dark, they can grab onto the ball, setting you up for an alley-oop or providing a way for your opponent to get the ball. This is a pretty fun addition and can spice up the gameplay a little bit. In volleyball, the ghosts work the same way. They act more like a wall, and they don't hold onto the ball like in the basketball mode. And basketball and volleyball are the only sports that include Luigi's Mansion as a stage. The problem with these stages is that they're so dark, it's hard to see anything. It's not even this dark when the power goes out in the original game. Not sure why the devs decided to make it almost pitch black. It's a real shame that the other sports aren't playable. There's a room in Luigi's Mansion with a nice floor that would have been perfect for some hockey, eh? Also, Luigi's special moves have him using the poltergust to shoot the ball or puck at Mach 5. It's an okay special, but definitely not as cool as the Power Tennis special. Mario Sports Mix gets a C overall. Smash for Wii U changes Luigi's final smash from the negative zone to a more basic vacuum attack. He sucks everyone up, and then he pops them out into the blast zone. There's also a trophy showcasing this final smash in action if you beat All-Star mode with Luigi. The Luigi's Mansion stage is also back, and features a new look more similar to Dark Moon. The stage remains pretty much the exact same gameplay-wise. However, one of the more interesting details comes from Smash for 3DS, which I'm counting as the same game. It pretty much has the same content. This game has the most interesting Luigi's Mansion trophy in the Smash series. The trophy is called Luigi with the Poltergust 3000. However, true diehard fans will be able to tell that the Poltergust is actually the 5000 model. You can tell by the position of the green light on the back. This is an error that slipped through the cracks. I couldn't find any posts about this online. Let me know if you noticed this yourself. This trophy probably did some damage to some of the young kids that didn't understand the difference between the Poltergust models. Leave a comment if you would like a full video on the Poltergust models. They're a lot more confusing than they need to be. Anyway, Smash 4 and 3DS together get a B for representation for Luigi's Mansion. Last but certainly not least, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The Luigi's Mansion stage is back, with a slight upgrade in visual quality. There's also a battlefield version of the stage now as well. One strange change is that you can no longer attack the bottom pillars like in Brawl and Wii U. It's very strange why the devs would decide to remove this. My best guess is because attacking the pillars wouldn't cause the stage to collapse, so players were spending too much time attacking the bottom pillars. One of the absolute biggest changes is in Luigi's grab. It's been changed to the plunger that was first introduced in Luigi's Mansion 3. The Poltergust on Luigi's Mansion 3 is a new model called the Poltergust G00 or the Poltergust 7000. This is actually the first appearance of this vacuum in a game. It's exciting because this was a little less than a year before Luigi's Mansion 3 released. However, the grab would become a nightmare for anyone playing Ultimate.
I think this is a smart pick. The platform layout does work. Oh, hello. You're already in trouble. You're already in trouble. You are gone.
Yeah, maybe he should get his old grab back. Anyways, Luigi has the same final smash as in Smash for Wii U. I wonder if Sakurai thought about changing it to add Luigi in there somewhere. Ultimate ditched trophies, but it included spirits. There's EGAD, Poltergust 5000, and the Polterpup. It's nice to have these, but I'd much rather have trophies, and I'm sure everyone else would too. The gameplay additional spirits can be pretty fun to goof around with though. As for the tier list, Ultimate gets a B. After Smash Ultimate, there hasn't been any big representation of Luigi's Mansion in any other Mario games. Right now, there's still a lot unknown about the future games of the Switch 2, so hopefully we can get some awesome games with some sweet Luigi's Mansion content inside of them. And of course, Luigi's Mansion 4! Let's get it! Here's the final tier list, by the way. Let me know if you agree in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya!